Hi all. I just stepped out, going to ICBC actually. Here it's snowing. On the way, I saw this mountain, which is looking really good, as you can see. So, as I said, I'm going to ICBC. Usually, one goes to ICBC for driver's license, for doing the road test or learner's license. But I'm going today to get the BC ID card. So BC ID card is one of the mostly used identification cards here in British Columbia. It usually has your photo and then your name and your address and your signature as well, I believe. So that's one of the identification cards. So this road that you're seeing here is the Summit Drive. There you can see beautiful mountains all covered with snow. Looks really nice. And the buildings that you see after the Summit Drive is Thompson's Rivers University's buildings. And it is really tough actually to hold. I mean, I am filming this on a mobile. With the gloves on, it is really tough to hold the mobile. I'll probably have to get a selfie stick. This is, as you can see, it's not a road actually, it's a shortcut to reach the Summit Drive. So I'm just walking through here. I mean, on the snow it is easy, it's not really that difficult to walk, but on the sideways where the snow has melted and it has become ice, it's very slippery. So you have to be really careful, otherwise there are high chances of falling down. So on the snow, like I said, these kind of snow, it's okay to walk, but yeah, I'll show you where they have cleared the snow, and they left out snow that's there that has become ice. So and it makes it very difficult to walk on. Some people, like in the university campus, what I have seen is they put salt after clearing the snow, so then it will melt away all the rest of the snow. So here, as you can see, here the walkway is cleared with a machine, but then it has left out a little bit of snow here, so that has turned into ice, solid form. So it's slippery actually. You can see it's slippery. It's not easy to walk here. Have to be careful. Roads are all cleaned. They move the snow to the sides. As you can see on the sides, it looks very dirty because the snow gets mixed with the mud and the sand, and then gets this black color. So those buildings that you see after the road are buildings of Thompson's Rivers University. Not sure if I am audible because of the vehicles that are passing by. All the buildings that you see here are of TRU. It's a ground, I believe. I'm not sure. It's of I think it's for rugby, but I'm not sure. You can see Hill Stadium, and that is the activity center. I will be doing a separate video on the campus tour. It's a huge campus actually. So I'm just walking to ICBC, like I said. So on the way I thought I'll just share this, but yeah. I believe this is one entrance to TRU. haven't been on this side before. As you can see here, the walkway is really clear. It's mainly because of the salt that they put. This green color thing that you see here is salt, so that really melts away all the snow. So the whole campus, everything that you see here is inside of TRU, but since it is all covered with snow, it's all not clear. But yeah, I'll be doing a separate video on all of this. Basically a TRU tour or something like that. Here you can see a cannabis store. It's kind of legal. It's legal here actually. So at most of the shopping places you will see a store dedicated to cannabis, and they will need a ID card, a photo ID card actually, to verify your age, to let you in. So as you can see, I'm all geared up. It's mainly because it's winter and the temperatures are below zero. Today it is -0, which actually feels like -7. And I'm not using gloves, because it is tough to hold the mobile and press the buttons while vlogging. So not sure how long I'll be able to vlog without gloves and without a handle, because I'll try to get a mobile holder or a tripod stand or something, so that when I step out I can vlog. Today I thought I'll take a bus, but then I didn't had change. I had a $10 bill, which here in buses you will have to give the exact change, because the driver will have a box kept next to him, and you'll have to drop the amount there and they won't give you the balance. So you should have the exact change, right? And here in buses, if you are traveling in bus, you have to give $2, irrespective of the distance that you're traveling. You can go till the stop, and if you take instead, if you take a $4, if you give them $4, I mean, you can get a day pass, using which you can travel any number of buses on that particular day. So if you have different plans for that day, then it will be better to take a day pass, especially on this climates, like when it is snowed. And but here the walkway it's walkable, no problems at all. But in some places they haven't cleared the snow as such, so it's difficult to walk, like I mentioned. So the ICBC center that's nearest to me, where I'm staying here in Kamloops, is at the Concordia Way. So you can see the office is right there. So I'm just going to there. I just reached the ICBC office at Concordia Way. So I was here before as well, last week, but then they are only allowing, or they are only meeting customers on appointment basis now, mostly because of the COVID situation. But if you can come before 10 a.m, I think they open at 9. So before 10 a.m they do meet without an appointment, but after 10 a.m you will have to have an appointment. If you search ICBC, the nearest office in Google, you should be able to get their phone number, and that's a toll-free number. If you dial them, you should be able to get the appointment. Once you have the appointment, on the day of the appointment, you should be coming with 2 ID proofs. If you are a student, you should carry your study permit and a photo ID card, which will mostly be your passport. And if you are a PR holder, you can carry your PR card and then the passport. So like I said, once you have, so BC ID card is one of the identification cards which is mostly used here in British Columbia. And once you have the ID card, you don't have to really carry the passport everywhere you go, which is not safe. So right now what I'm doing is I'm carrying passport wherever I'm going, because some of the places they ask for ID cards. Most of the places they ask for 2 ID cards. So I have my passport and then driver's license. Driver's license is from India, but they, as an ID card, they do accept that. But once I have the BC ID card, it will be easy. I don't have to carry my passport everywhere. Even with the appointment, as you can see, people are lined up. They are not letting everyone in, so they are allowing 2 or 3 members at a time inside, and then others have to wait. I am done at the ICBC center. ICBC basically stands for Insurance Corporation of British Columbia. Given that in the description. So even inside the office I had to wait, because a couple of other people were there already. So once you go inside the office, they will ask you to give your ID proofs. So I gave my study permit and my passport. Like I said, if you are a PR holder, you can give your PR card, and after that they will take a photo of yours, and once that's done, you have to give your weight and height. So all these details like weight, height, name, date of birth, your address, everything gets printed onto the card. And being a student, you might switch your place of residence, so that would mean a change in address. So in your ID card, if you want your latest address to be reflected, then you will have to visit the office again, right? I'm not sure if there is a charge for changing the address, but you'll have to take appointment and again visit the office. And for getting a new BC ID card, you have to pay $35, and they accept credit, debit cards, and also cash. Right, so this is the whole process for getting the BC ID card. Right, I hope this video is useful. If you find it useful, please do like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you, bye.